Dear listener, after listening to this podcast, please consider throwing your phone into a lake. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Happy and Confused podcast, and welcome to the first ever filmed episode of the Happy and Confused podcast. I don't think this will be every episode from now on. Actually, I know it's not going to be every episode from now on. Today we're talking about social media and how it's the worst. I'm partly kidding. I'm not here to preach and tell you not to use social media, but I hope I can encourage a spark of awareness and caution in using social media. This is as much for my younger self as it is for you guys, because I know younger Maddie would not be interested in hearing what I have to say right now. If you've ever wanted to try something to better your mental health, I 1,000% recommend deleting social media for a bit. Try like a week or a day and see how you feel. I deleted social media for like a month this summer. I think like all of July, I got rid of Instagram and TikTok, because TikTok is my downfall, for sure. And hey, what did I do when I came back from social media? I started a podcast. There's something so relieving about not knowing what everyone's up to, if that makes sense. Like blissful ignorance. It's like I don't know what I'm missing out on. I don't know who's hanging out without me. I found myself in this kind of rhythm of always comparing my life or my summer to that of other people's. It's so subconscious now. Like when I see a pretty picture of someone, I'm like automatically comparing myself to them. Why don't I look like that? When people are doing something fun and I'm sitting at home, I'm like, well, now my life is super boring compared to theirs. And then suddenly I feel bad for taking some time for myself, you know, when that's not a bad thing at all. That's a good thing. It's crazy. I'll be on my phone for like more than an hour, and then I'll go hang out with people, and I'm suddenly angry at the world. Like being chronically online puts you in such a bad mood. At least it puts me in a bad mood for sure. It's so funny. I used to hate when my dad put like screen time app limits on my phone, and now I have them for myself. There's this app called Be Present that my friends put me on, and it's really cool. I love putting it on when I'm studying or I'm hanging out with people and I want to not be on my phone. It has these like blocking sessions where you put it on and then it limits your, like it shuts down all your apps, and I'll put it on for like 2 hours when I need to study. And it just like gets rid of that distraction, you know? You get used, I guess I shouldn't say you, I get used to this instant gratification, this instant like dopamine hit almost. Not almost, it's completely a dopamine hit. And suddenly I'm grumpy and have the attention span of a 2-year-old. Now you're welcome, because I did research on neurotransmitters for this. If you know me, you know how I feel about neurotransmitters. They make me want to cry. Dopamine is known as a feel-good neurotransmitter, and it's very important for our mood and our emotion regulation. Dopamine is essential, but it's easy to develop bad dopamine habits. Like there are good dopamine habits and there are bad ones. Bad habits can lead to addiction and other mental health problems. Social media is not inherently bad, but it's the overconsumption of media that is problematic. The easiest way I've been able to prevent this is to slowly incorporate balance in your life. So if you're used to 5 hours of screen time, really try and get that down to 2, you know? Some other examples are making sure to eat good food, getting enough sleep, exercise. I recommend getting physical activity in a way that's enjoyable for you. Because if you don't like running and you're going to say, hey, I'm going to go on the treadmill for like 3 days a week. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't lie to yourself. I've been doing a lot of dance. I did this strength and stretching dance class for dancers, and I died. I died. I've also made a plan to go to the gym with my friends weekly, which is great because we can hold ourselves accountable. Someone's like, yeah, I don't want to go to the gym today. No, if I'm going to the gym, you're going to the gym, buddy. Let's be so real right now. Exercise is such... I'm getting off topic, but it's such a good source of dopamine for your body. It's like clinically proven to be good for obviously your physical health, but your mental health too. Social media is a place where people purposefully put all of their good stuff on. They put their best foot forward. When are they posting on social media? When they look hot, when they're doing something super fun. I think it's a great way to be creative and to share with the people around you what you're doing, but it also creates this skewed version of reality because all we're seeing is the best of someone's life. We're seeing all the highs and none of the lows. So it's almost impossible to not assume that, oh, this person's life is so fantastic because all we're seeing is the good parts. Photoshop also exists, and sometimes it's genuinely hard to tell. If it's good Photoshop, it's hard to tell what is real and what is fake. So we compare these slightly altered versions of other people to the real versions of ourselves. We compare this person's super fun evening out to our evening at home, but maybe the next day that person's going to have an evening at home just like us, but they're not posting that on social media. When we compare this amazing version of someone's life to the unfiltered, authentic version of ours, it can be really damaging to our mental health. That's why I think it's such a cool thing to be able to be vulnerable and show some real parts of our lives and share them with others, because that way we can really connect, really be authentic with each other. And when we develop that certain level of understanding, we feel less alone. In a world where social media can be so damaging, sharing your struggles and real life experiences have potential to reach the right people and can really make a difference in someone's life. With all that being said, social media is a really good thing and can be so beneficial on many levels. But education is important and education is power. Educate yourself in the dangers of consuming media excessively. Whether you decide to incorporate change in your life is up to you. But I encourage you to do something for yourself today. Some self-care, go do a workout, go to a coffee shop with a book and act all mysterious. I don't know, just do what makes you happy. If anybody would like, I'm extending this invitation, if anyone wants to go sit in a coffee shop with a book and act really mysterious, call me up. Let's set up a date. Let's do it. Thank you so much for listening or watching this podcast episode. I'm going to go touch grass and pick flowers and do all that super fun stuff. Always reach out. Bye!